becomes a bit dangerous, more so for Trimby. Soraka into Jarvan. Let's be very careful as to where Jankos is positioned. Auto fighting back here. No Ghost on Broken Blade.
Alright, hasn't been spotted yet.
Hovering in the area, how much can they commit here for the play?
Long Caps. Caps is moving around the map right now. I'm always wary of whenever he disappears, and that's one of the scary things about champions like Ari and Blanc. Even just moving into the fog of war can put a lot of threat onto the map. The bot lane, though, feeling very comfortable for Rogue right now. They have good vision, they have the push. And Malrang now looking for a gank top.
Pillar coming out. Broken Blade already dashed away, but Onuamne leaping into the pillar. Ulti now coming out to follow. Gwen immune, gonna block so much many potential damage. Malrang is going under the tower. Absolute what? Onuamne from downtown with the pillar.
Jankos is here though. Caps is on the way. Malrang no flash. Larson is trying to match as quick as possible. Does Jankos take this fight?
There's no play here. Larson off to the side fighting Caps. Jankos potentially caught out here now. Malrang moves forward. How much longer on the pillar? Will not get anything else. Herald aggro. Nothing for G2 to get in return.
In terms of things to get out of Jarvan, the flash and the Callisto.
Oh,
now,
that's the ult.
No flash.
Jankos ulting is going to be a little bit difficult because overall Malrang's a tanky boy, but Blacken out of nowhere with the Draven ult to seal the deal.
Gold back to Broken Blade. Maybe look for a cross map. Caps in a little bit of danger here.
Trouble here is going to be forced to ult out. You can see he's trying to hold on to the ulti as long as possible. Goes down. Caps could have used the ult, could have used the flash, opts to hold both.
Very clean execution there. Larson used his ult chain, I believe it was. I'm not sure if he used two or just one single one. I can only see the purple chain, but that means there's more burst when it comes out. So Malrang can flash forwards with the Q, the flash auto Q, and it's just enough burst to stop Caps from being able to escape during the CC chain. Let's not forget Soraka ult in these 2v2s as well will become important, more so for Rogue side. No healing reduction built up just yet, and now with this pick on mid, they're looking for a 4
trying to keep the tempo up. Blacken shield though already propped. Blacken trying to sidestep, trying to get weird with it. Is he still standing?
He's done.
Trying to get the execution. It will not be enough. He will not be bailed out. Rogue will find the kill on the bottom side.
The stacks have disappeared. That's the mid jungle synergy we wanted to see from Rogue. Bring your mid laner down towards the...
Can you afford to step in? Malrang ready to get... Oh, hey, he's gonna get it! They tried to block it, but you can't do it!
The heals!
Here comes the Soraka! And here comes Rogue! Back up is there, Malrang will finally fall. Broken Blade, looking to make the difference. Looking to be the one that counts in this fight. Trying to take him down, but no! Not today, says the Kalista. And back in he goes! What a masterclass in team fighting from Rogue! They are obliterating G2!
G2 are wiped off the map, 16 minutes in, and it's a goddamn ace for Rogue!
The title chase begins and Rogue are off to a sprint. 8 kills, 16 minutes in. They're going to get the bot tier 1. 5 kills in their back pocket, and it all comes off the back of Malrang walking up into 3 people, smiting the dragon in their face, and the ambulance comes in to keep him alive long enough. The Callisto saves Trimby. It all came together.
Malrang walks up, takes the Jarvan ultimate to the face, smites the dragon, refuses to elaborate. Trimby then shows up and is there to offer the... Oh, look at the silence into the heal. Larson with the perfect timing as well. Onuamne with the ultimate. Just a beautiful team fight from Rogue.
And this is where G2, with Jankos getting the bailout, they think, let's go on to Trimby. This is our target. We have to kill the Soraka. Look at Comp's positioning. Just gets the range to pull him out. Trimby, the
and here it comes.
Then goes in for the triple knock-up on Soraka. Lands the Q, pops the silence down. Jankos falls. And now we're facing an early game where Rogue, with the Ornn, with the Soraka, are ahead in the early stages, and they've matched the Dragons. You can see Trimby. He's full of energy.
In the interview, he was quiet, he was reserved.
Oh, but Malrang's cutting his escape route off. And Broken Blade doesn't know.
Does he dash over?
Right into the waiting arms of Malrang. There's the ulti, there's the damage. Gwen is immune to the Ornn, but not to the Trundle.
These neutrals because they can't push waves out far enough. Larson's going to find Jankos.
Oh, look at the damage! Another chain! Take your time! He goes back in, he's trying to find something else. Larson forced the flash away. Jankos still standing, crucial for the side of G2. They get his ult, but that's it.
They don't have full information, Rogue, on where the rest of G2 is just yet, so they didn't want to overcommit to that. They're just going to force Jankos back. He's not going to be able to clear out any of his vision. You can see, once again, G2 being forced further and further back. This vision from Rogue getting deeper and deeper. Thank you, observers, for highlighting the lack of insight that G2 do have. Now the question is the round being started? Of course, we know G2 yet to gain that information. They see it started, G2 know.
Gwen on the bottom side, TP not available yet. Onuamne in the area, willing to sack bot lane to be here for his team. The Ornn ult, well, you have to keep track of that pinch so incredibly deadly for G2. Ornn ult now coming in, he can throw it right into the pinch. He manages to knock off 2. Meanwhile, Jankos has been taken down. This is a fight, and they are obliterating G2 where they stand. The Baron remains leash. Rogue remain with their eyes on the prize. Caps needs to make a miracle happen.
His ult tick's gone, that's it. He's got no more mobility left. This is a Soraka that's engaging on a Kalista ult. That's how far forwards that Rogue can start pushing his advantage. That's a Baron. Broken Blade
Baron down.
But it's gone, and Jankos trying to force his hand. He knew the Baron was ticking down. There has to be an engage.
Fate calls Soraka is a combo I didn't know I won.
Death Realm the second he decides to jump in. We'll have a look at this one again because he's just going to EQ in. He doesn't know the Baron HP, but he knows it's ticking down really quick, so he decides to just flash all 3 people. On paper, it looks great, but so much mobility. Comp's already out of it. The Draven ult only hits Malrang. And look at Trimby here on the engage. Knock up into knock up. Odoamne and Trimby. Top and support, chain CC. Caps only has 1 tick left, and then the fight's over.
Of course, the damage dealers are integral, but it's really the supporting cast of
Kind of purples, and they're not worried about anything other than the Sylas. And now it's Broken Blade.
Adjustments are going to be big. Broken Blade off on the top side of the map. TP now coming in. G2 fully committing to this exchange, but Odoamne just happy to hold the tower. He does not take magic damage with this Force of Nature.
But they've just committed a TP with the dragon spawning. That means that G2 are isolated on the top side of the map. But hang on, there's a TP flank. They're going after Flackhead.
TP. They smell blood in the water. They want to end this one. Larson hunting for Flackhead. He sees Jankos, he sees Targamas. Lock up chains. Jankos burning his stopwatch. Last defensive cooldown. Silence is there. They're moving away, but the soul has gone down in the meantime. Rogue just keep coming out on top. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, Odoamne pushing another wave forward once there's 2 lanes of pressure, but no, instead, Odoamne dropping the wave, coming down, using the Ornal, looking to hit as many people as he can. That's the 2-man knockup, fishing for the ball, but Rogue, they're so disciplined, they back off. They force for the tower instead, and here comes the Soraka, baby! The frontliner Rogue we're looking for! But they're locked in the Cataclysm, and it does not matter. Rogue aiming for the throat, aiming for the head. They want to end this game. For now, they'll settle for the inhibitor. G2 holding on for now. Rogue debating if they can fish for another option, if they can move now back into the mid lane with all their cooldowns down. Cloud Soul going to make sure that all of those ultis are back up so incredibly quickly, and Larson just continuing to fish.
The hostile takeover doing work there to disengage from G2 for the initial part of the dive, but it's when Trimby engages on the Soraka that you know G2 have to look for something. They can't get the Soraka down. The Soraka heal so big with the ultimate. Rogue get what they came for, and we're going to take a look at that one again.
So let's have a look at this. Odoamne with the engage, and then the silence immediately. Kadril talked about it earlier, but look how much more awkward this is for Broken Blade. Immediately forced to disengage, and then once again, this time though, the Trimby combo being used as an engage tool gets the 2-man knockup. A really good Cataclysm from Jankos buys a lot of time, and with the tower not falling, it kind of stops Rogue from overcommitting to the engage. Jankos sacrificing his life to give G2 another chance in this game.
Holding on for dear life. First game of this finals. Best of 5, it's Rogue who are coming out on top, almost a 10,000 gold lead. They're going to start pushing down top right now, 1 minute 50 seconds on that Baron. They'll start that up the second it spawns and look to turn if G2 want to contest. What can G2 do in response? There's inhibitor waves coming in bot. They can't split push for this tier 2. Odo doesn't have TP, but they can play 4-1 on top and mid, so he's very close, and he can just push these mid waves and then threaten another Ornald with the Soraka Silence.
And while the G2 fans remain stalwart, Rogue continue to find advantage after advantage in this game. Tower breaking in the mid lane, second inhibitor in the eyes of Rogue. So hard for G2 to play this game out. So hard for Flackhead or Broken Blade to find space. So hard for Jankos to even walk forward in the face of Larson on this LeBlanc. 305, 13 stacks, 13 pages in the book. And they're looking for a bit more. Odoamne unstoppable. The handshake will not find purchase. Generating a bit more space with the pillar. Rogue taking their time. They are not going to overcommit to a fight. They're not going to risk giving this away. A minute to Baron. They know what they need to do to win. Looking for 3 inhibitors into the Baron. Looking for a clean closeout in game 1.
G2 aren't even fighting this inhibitor. That's going to be so many super minions pouring into the base. It's going to be so hard for them to contest the Baron when it spawns. Rogue just have to keep them in their base till it spawns, or even try to poke them down to get these towers and wait for the creeps to arrive.
I think Rogue is overstaying their welcome now. And just as I say that, they're choosing to disengage. Their waves are a little bit awkward. They don't have the super minions on a number of waves just yet. Oh, and Larson just toying with his food right there. Damage continues to come out, but Rogue, they're committed. Oh, the flash from Jankos!
Jankos now on the way out, trying to get over the baseball, but he just gets taken down. Hostile takeover, not nearly hostile enough. Malrang now moving into cap, zoning away completely in his comp. Comp to take over the fight. Comp to kill every single remaining member of G2